So first one, pay-per-click. For this session, actually different from the sessions I've done in the past, I've tried to break everything down into a formula. I think online advertising in general lends itself very well to formulas because it's very analytical of our media platform. For pay-per-click, the formula is pretty simple. You want your customer value to be higher than your cost per click times your conversion rate. So if you think about that for a little second, what that means is that you have to make sure to think about lifetime value, not transactional value. Because a lot of people get caught up in transactional values. You really have to think long term. You have to think like companies like GoDaddy, which don't, on most of their products, don't make any money the first couple of years, and they think very, very far down the line. So you want to take your lifetime value. You want to be able to calculate that and say, this is my lifetime value of a customer. Then on the pay-per-click platforms, if you could actually if you spend less than that for that customer, that's actually a huge win. You get an ROI. So it seems simple. It gets a little trickier, of course. Pay-per-click is very competitive. There's a lot to optimize, a lot to do. But in the very general sense, if you could spend less for that customer acquisition than the customer lifetime value is, it's very easy to scale and grow and get a lot of business from it, and it's something you could start and stop instantly. So it's a very, very powerful platform. Before we jump into the next category, we'll do a quick exercise. So along with the formula, it's important to note that there's lots of pay-per-click platforms. People usually, especially these days, get caught up that there's Google and I should only be doing Google AdWords, and that's all there is. And although AdWords has a very huge market share, there's actually a lot of different platforms out there, including Bing, Facebook. Not only that, in a lot of cases, these platforms are incremental. So people who go on AOL.com and do all their searching on AOL.com typically will not go on Google. So if you want to reach that customer and you're only advertising on Google, you won't. It's not all platforms like that, but Bing specifically, we found that it's all incremental searches. For whatever reason, people who use Bing specifically use Bing and won't use Google, whether it's a default in their search engine or it's a legacy thing. But all these platforms have the potential to reach an audience that you wouldn't be reaching if you're just doing one platform. So to make sure everyone's still awake and still with me, we're going to do another quick exercise. So we're going to go through not all the platforms, but some of the bigger advertising platforms. For this exercise, please raise your hand if you're familiar with this platform. So we'll start off with Google. If you're familiar with it or have done some ads on it at some point or are doing ads, please raise your hand. Perfect. So keep your hands raised as I go through the next one. So for this exercise, we'll see how many have done all the platforms. So keep your hands raised for Google if you've done Google AdWords, and then we're going to have to go in Facebook and Bing. So keep your hands raised if you've done these three platforms or are familiar with them or are doing them now or have done a little bit at some point. Perfect. So we actually have about a quarter of the people still with their hands raised. So let's go in a couple more. How many people have done Twitter ads, LinkedIn ads, and AdRoll on top of these? Still some hands in the audience. And then we're going to go in the last two, AOL advertising, Yahoo Gemini. So how many people are familiar with all of these or have done all of these? I think all the hands went down, maybe one or two hands around the room. So what's interesting to note is, like I said, it's incremental traffic you could be getting. It's also reaching an audience that you wouldn't otherwise reach. And some of these platforms are small, and of course, depending on your manpower and how much you could do, it's not possible to do all of them. But it's good to know that they're out there, which platforms are out there, and where your audience is. Maybe, for example, your audience only searches on Bing. And right now, you're not doing Bing, so you're not reaching them. Similarly, with Facebook, a lot of people skip Facebook, but maybe your audience is on Facebook. And of course, there's smaller platforms or things. Some platforms that I find a lot of people don't know about. Yahoo Gemini, for example. When Bing made a deal with Yahoo to take over their search and take over their advertising and make it Microsoft ads and then Bing ads, there was a small clause in there that Yahoo put in saying that their mobile properties are excluded from this. So, and Yahoo, even though it's being taken apart now, it's actually, they have a lot of mobile properties that are still being used. So if, for example, your target audience goes on Yahoo Finance, and you are doing AdWords and you're doing Facebook and doing Bing ads, you wouldn't reach those people because to advertise on Yahoo's mobile platforms, you actually have to use Yahoo Gemini, which actually is still around. It's a very interesting platform. They actually cap the maximum you could bid per click on it, as opposed to Google, which caps the minimum. But it's just useful to know the platforms and make sure you're not missing any where your audience is.